It's only on Channel 8, a man with dementia at an Owasso nursing home allegedly had his voting party changed by staff without permission from his guardians. News Channel 8's Tanya Motorzitsky joins us live. And Tanya, this man's family told you that he's not able to make these types of decisions. They're alleging voter fraud.
Brenna, that's right. The family told me that their loved one is at the Highlands nursing home in Owasso. They said this is not about party affiliation, but rather trying to stop any type of election fraud or issues that may happen. They say that they caught this just in time, thankfully, when they realized staff at the nursing home switches a party affiliation earlier this summer, but finally caught it just days before registration deadlines end. Elections are coming up fast and deadline to register is just days away. The family of a man in an Owasso nursing home are worried there may be what they're calling voter fraud happening.
I thought, well, heck, he's not going to be able to vote. He's incapacitated. He can't do it. He cannot logically take all the information and make a decision.
That's Tracy Hopkins' brother, Randall Newberry. He says Tracy suffered a stroke some years back, then was diagnosed with dementia over the last year. Tracy's parents are his legal guardian and put him in the Highlands nursing home in Owasso. In July, Newberry says he went to visit his brother and says this letter saying Tracy's party affiliation was changing.
He had just been put in the facility 6 months or 8 months prior and everything. I just thought they were trying to catch up to him. I didn't know if it's fishing.
Then this past weekend, Newberry went to visit his brother and saw Tracy's voter registration card with his new party affiliation as Democrat. He says Tracy is legally and medically not able to make decisions, and he's down to responding in one-word answers. Newberry says recently his brother was given 6 months to live. He says this is not about party, but rather the legality of this to avoid any election issues, and believes his parents, who are Tracy's guardians, should have signed off on this.
Where's this absentee? Somebody voted or is going to vote.
I spoke with Terrence Gibson with the Highlands. He says staff every election year ask residents if they'd like to register to vote. He says Tulsa County Board of Elections did not let them know Tracy was already registered in Mays County to move over his information. So when staff asked Tracy which party he wanted to be affiliated with, he responded saying Democrat. The Highlands owner Steve says Tracy's capacity is low, but he believes he has the right to vote. We're trying to make sure those living in a nursing facility have much of a normal life as possible and be able to do things like voting. Gibson says they're working with the family to re-register him if they want to and are working with Tulsa County to help double-check all 100-plus residents. He says residents, whether they're here at home or at the hospital, have rights. We as providers want to protect those rights and have an obligation to help them, if they choose, to register to vote and make sure they get those absentee ballots. This comes after Governor Kevin Stitt recently announced more than 450,000 voter registrations were removed since 2021. 5,600 were felons, 144,000 were moved out of state, and 97,000 died. Now, I did reach out to the Tulsa County Board of Elections for a response. I did not hear back. Now, the family and also the Highlands are encouraging people to double check your loved one's voter registration to avoid any mix-ups because it is a busy season and it can be fixed within just a couple more days. And if you would like to know more on how to double check yours or loved one's voter registration, head to KTUL.com for more. Live, I'm Tanya Motorzitsky, News Channel 8.